I'm currently in the middle of a storm. Crazy wind, we're going to try to explore this thing for you. We're by the sea is just right behind us and there's a crazy wind. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me. I found an entrance, we'll meet inside, let's go. Look at this building, it's huge. It has a kind of weird shape. It's all made with it's sloped like this going down, it's full of rooms, full of stuff. We're going to see what's hidden in there. It's been abandoned for, I'd say a good 15 years. We don't have much information. All right, let's see what's left in there. I have no idea. Never been here before now. We're going to explore. We'll find out if there's an entrance. I love this stone here. Look at that. It's nice, isn't it? It was a beautiful building, which has a pretty strange but very nice shape. Here I am in front of the main entrance. This is where people used to go in. Apparently, we're going to manage to find a little hole. There are quite a few boards that have been put up everywhere to block the entrances. I get the feeling we're definitely not the first ones here, you and me, and bingo. Wow, I need to get some light in here. It's dark. Turn on, we're in a first room, so I have no idea where we're going to start, honestly, because, well, I don't know the building and I don't know what we're in. We're here, probably in some treatment rooms. Day rehabilitation. Well, it was a bit messy, I see. Classic, huh? Classic for this kind of place. Plus, here we're really by the sea, kind of lost in the middle of nowhere, on some kind of island, a peninsula. So yeah, there aren't a lot of people passing by, so obviously there could be guys who break everything without much chance of getting caught here, because, well, nobody comes here. Clearly there's a campground not too far from here, but, well, right now it's off season, so let me tell you, the campgrounds are completely deserted. It's definitely necessary, treatment rooms like that. I'm not sure if anything will be left, but as usual, I'm discovering this with you and we'll explore together. I hope we'll find something other than just empty rooms, but honestly, this place is like a maze now. We'll try not to get lost in here. Anyway, I'll always find a way out, but let's just say it's really, big, very big. No balneotherapy. Glass shards are everywhere. It's a mess. Here we go, boom! You've got the spirit of the countertop. Careful, when you step into a place like this, it's a mess. Pressotherapy. What is pressotherapy? It's a pneumatic sleeve with compartments that inflate one after the other from the end of the limb to its base and then gradually deflate together. No idea. Apparently they used to do that here. And thermotherapy, there are lots of things, you know. It's marine therapy. I'm not sure what it's about, but it involves elevation and heat from a wet compress. Yeah, they must have done that in this room. I don't think we'll find a lot of equipment, although sometimes you can be surprised. Sometimes in places like this, you can be really surprised. Wow, well, yeah, we're going to be really surprised. Well, everything's still here. There you go. Hello? Welcome to the Balneotherapy Center. Let's get in quickly. We're getting straight to the heart of the matter right now. Targeted therapy pool. And how could something like this ever close? So this is where they want to give you analytical treatments. I don't know what that means, but be careful, okay? No crazy ideas, people. I know you in the comments, so watch out. Hydro massage. That reminds me of all those bathtubs you'd find in fancy hotels in Italy. You have the different programs and everything. Honestly, I'm sure these machines work. It might still work. Why are they here and why haven't they sold it? I don't know anything about the place, why it closed or when. I'd guess 15 years based on the condition. It's tough since we can't find much online. Yeah, there's all that stuff. Marine ultrasounds. It's ultrasound apparently, it's an ultrasound bath, so I don't know what ultrasounds can do to your body, I have no idea. So I don't know, what are analytical pools? If anyone in the comments knows a bit about what was done in this kind of place, I'd really like to know because I have no idea at all. It's funny to see how these bathtubs are made. Check out the size of the motor and water pump. It's a mess of pipes. All that just to make bubbles. There are still some over there. Marine ultrasounds. Because he had to do it in both fresh and seawater. Knowing that we're by the sea, it wouldn't be surprising. Okay, you put it in, and they were supposed to bombard you with ultrasounds. But why? I don't get it. I found the grail. Passing a potential difference through quartz plates, which causes a vibration and the emission of a mechanical vibration above 20 hertz. 20,000 hertz, 20 kilohertz. Not perceptible by ultrasound. Yeah, basically I don't know, it dilates your blood vessels, it acts on your tissues, on your stuff through vibration, you know. It's kind of a weird thing. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed. I used an ultrasound machine, but that's for cleaning at Expo Media. My printer machine nozzles and everything. We have that, but I didn't know you could soak in it. What is that, showers? A shower without a shower. There's nothing on the wall, nothing on the ceiling, nothing on the floor, nothing anywhere, yet there is a water drain. I'm not sure, maybe it was a locker room, but it's weird. There are showers here with no actual showers. There's a kind of weird bathtub, sort of shaped like a figure 8. Whoa, the floor is soft, that's strange. That's a kind of winch with a chair to bring in sick patients. I think it's for people with physical disabilities who had mobility problems. This bathtub is odd, shaped like a figure 8. I'm not sure what it was used for. It doesn't have any nozzles for jets or anything like that, but there's some kind of pressure gauge there in bars. I'm not really sure what that thing was. Same here, if there's a balneotherapy expert on the channel, what is that? There's a crazy wind outside. So, there are a lot of weird noises in the building. It's pretty, I don't know if you can hear it. Some kind of thing whistling, pieces of metal banging. Anyway, it's pretty disturbing. But still, it's like a whole city, you know? I'm telling you, we're not done yet. I don't really know what state we'll find the rest in, but honestly, this thing is huge. Look, there's a massive pool. We're beneath the area we saw outside. The echo is amazing. I have time, so I'll turn off my flashlight. It's not helping. There's a device, a chair over there to bring patients with reduced mobility into the water. And then we have a huge pool. It must be, I don't know, maybe 30 meters long, right? It's really an Olympic-sized pool. That's what we're hearing. It's that thing up there spinning on the ceiling. It's been making those weird noises this whole time. Cool. It's always disturbing when you hear weird noises and you don't know where they're coming from. Now it's okay. At least I know where it's coming from. It's a bit more reassuring. What, in there? You have the utility room or the cleaner's room or the cleaning staff's room, most likely. There you go, the wooden beam there. The brand new varnish shines brightly. You wouldn't think it had been abandoned for 15 years. And seriously, look at the size of this thing. It's really a huge center. I don't know how many patients they could treat here, but I think dozens, maybe even hundreds. There's a giant seashell over there. There are some formulas. E equals mc squared. Man knows that the world is not on a human scale, and he wishes it were. There are lots of engravings on this shell, and that Egyptian thing, I think it's Horus, that one. I'm not sure, but it looks like Horus. That's funny. And there's something, I was going to say like a gym, because I see this ladder on the ceiling, but actually, no, there's a pool table. At what point do you have a pool table in the spa center? Seriously. A tiny bar pool table, right? Yeah, it's there. Next to it, we have, is that an old treadmill or what? Yeah, that's it. It's a very old treadmill. It even displays the speed in kilometers per hour and everything. I have a lot of treadmills that I got from a certain partner. Those things weren't great back then. Ironically, it's the last place I expected to find a pool table. Really, when you're there, you can see everything, all of that. We keep wandering around this place, this thing, but visiting their restrooms, well, I'll check out these restrooms, we don't care. A lot of you are telling me to stop filming the bathrooms, it's true. Well, but yeah. The issue now is that it's all over the place, guys. It's all over the place, this thing. It's like a maze. There are tunnels, hallways, rooms, stuff everywhere. I have no idea where I'm ending up right now. It goes back down behind. It's endless. And we're going to get lost in there 4 times, folks. I'm going to lose you with me, huh? The electric mother, it hasn't been crossed out more than that. There you go, huh? That's a locker room, so the women's locker room. The lockers, so we have the keys on the lockers and everything. It's incredible. That's everything I'm looking through the papers to see if I can find any dates or something, but for now it's not great. For now, it's not great. I haven't found a single date, not even an old notebook or anything. Men's locker room? Wow. Boxes of fire extinguishers here. I think people were messing around with them. Many young people still visit abandoned places to set off fire extinguishers. I've never really understood why, but in the locker room, there are even still shower products, shampoos in the lockers. Wait, before going over there, I'm going to go back to the big hall because I think otherwise we'll get lost, we'll forget things. Because really it's a maze, it's a mess. You've got corridors and galleries going off in all directions. I thought this connected to that tunnel, but it actually runs parallel behind. And in the end, you don't really know where it goes. I feel like there's apparently still a whole floor above. We'll have to see how we can get up there. I have no idea. Those are gait training pools. It's for rehabilitation, to relearn how to walk, you know? We walk between those bars. Wait, we'll go there directly. I'll take you with me. Here. Actually, you could hold on to these bars to walk. While walking, I think there was a current in the water. And walking against the current to help strengthen the muscles a bit or things like that. I might be talking nonsense, I don't really know, but that's what it reminded me of anyway. I'm not at all knowledgeable in this field, you know, it's not my area of expertise. But apparently the whole area was supposed to be glassed in with walls because you can find them everywhere, huge shattered glass panes. And that was just like that, sorry for the noise. That was the chair. One of the chairs, so you can take it out, put a disabled person on it, lift them up, turn them, and lower them into the water. We're going to go that way. Hygiene and safety. Access to the hydrotherapy area, leaving the center, are under the responsibility of the patients. You apparently couldn't leave that place. But here, it's nothing, it's just a restroom block. And on the other side, careful high hot water temperature, so that must be the showers. There, that's it. Those are shower stalls, so I'm sorry. The ceiling is on the floor, so it's going to make a bit of noise. I'm going to walk on the ceiling. And Ketri Kasagil, incidentally. We're going to try not to break a leg today. That would be good, because it's 2 p.m. The video has to be released tonight, just so you know. So we're not close to releasing it yet. It's going to be a rush again today. We're going to take a shower, because I had a shoot that got cancelled last week. And so, it's all hands on deck. I'm not kidding, you know. I don't know if you'll see, but there you go. It really is September 22nd at 2:22 p.m. The video will be released at 5 p.m. if everything goes well. 6 p.m. if things don't go as well. So guys, we're really going to have to hustle. This is a large shared locker room. Because before we had separate men's and women's locker rooms, and here I didn't see any sign at the entrance. So maybe it's just one big mixed locker room. It's possible. There are lockers everywhere. Nursing care, there's physical therapy, balneotherapy. Well, we've seen that. I'm trying to walk without breaking more things that are already broken. But those were rooms. They were all small cabins. Except that all the walls have clearly been taken down. But we're in what seems to be a huge locker room. There are still clothes left. There are still swimsuits left. The guys left without swimsuits. 2005, 2006 here, I have some documents. 2005, 2006, 2005 here, August 31, 2005. There's nothing after that for now. So, yeah. Can you imagine? That would make it 19 years that it's been abandoned. So, for now, paper on the wall, 2005. There are old papers on the floor, 2006. It's 2024, so the place has been abandoned for 18 years. Yeah. Well, when I see the state it's in, I can believe it. Do you realize the size of this building, the place where it is? Well, you don't know that, but I do. I know where it is. I don't understand how this place could have closed in the first place. And above all, it couldn't be renovated, turned into something else or anything. We're in an area packed with tourists all summer, even the rest of the year. There's money, there are people. The building itself, it's clean. I mean, there's not a lot to do except redoing the interiors. That's it. I don't understand how this could have been abandoned. I can confirm we were in a locker room. Because there are hair dryers. The old hair dryers, that's true. Because there's electricity. If it turns on, I'll freak out. No, it's fine. This is the old thing you used to sit under to dry your hair, since you can't stand up beneath it. I'm not sure I can stand up. I have to get on all fours. They're about 5 feet high, maybe less. What? Of course. I mean, they're prosthetics, right? They're supports to put on the chairs, you know? It's to hold the legs and everything. It's already my thing, that kind of device, honestly. There's a computer in there. Well, we're going to destroy it. What do we have? Ah, okay. We must be at the main entrance. That must have been the main entrance. We ended up there, but I wasn't sure which side we came in from. There must have been a basin. That was a fountain. Here. Which was dismantled, by the way. You can see there was a structure, some kind of statue in the middle. I think it was a waterfall that was dripping down along here. Well, it was completely destroyed, poor thing. Here, but I think it must have been moved. No, it was always there. That was the reception desk. That was very clearly the reception desk. There are dried condoms on the thing, okay? Why not? There's an explorer who forgot his clamp. That's why it was open. And that I love. There, look at the decor inside. There's this kind of stone everywhere like that. It looks a bit like, no, it's not slate. I don't know what kind of stone it is, but it's beautiful. Does it open? Does it open? Yes. It's empty, in my opinion. There you go. Paper. No, but it looks like 2006. There's nothing in these things. Oh, I missed this one when I first arrived. Because I think that's where we came in. Yeah, that's actually where we came in. Well, we didn't come in through this room. We came in through the little one in the back, and then we went over there. That's why we missed this area. You see, there's still a treatment table over there. Some kind of treatment bed, that is. Maybe a massage table or something like that. There are pedals to raise and lower it. Yes, everything is wide open. It's kind of crazy. So, we're here in one of these treatment rooms that looks a bit like the first one we saw. On the other hand, some guys clearly tried to strip things like the electrical wiring, which has now disappeared. So the room is huge. The entrance hall here is a big hall with a ceiling height of about 6 meters. It has exposed beams, but everything is spotless, really. It's not a building that should cost a lot to renovate because it's actually really clean. Okay, so the part where we started was apparently the day hospital section. It's behind those doors. That's where we went in at the beginning. We're going to go see the floors. After that, there's a basement, I think. Now we're entering a technical room. So, the door was a bit tight to block. Yeah, because you have to be careful. So just be careful when you go near these kinds of electrical panels and stuff, because you never know. There could always still be some electricity, you know. It would be a shame to end up fried. So we're going to be very careful. I just want to show you this. And the alarm box and everything here. Everything remains here and hasn't moved. It was once under alarm. That doesn't surprise me, since a building with so much money inside would be protected at least a little. You still have to protect it at least a little. Here, we're still in this entrance hall. Well, a nice staircase there to go upstairs. Most likely those were offices upstairs. And unfortunately, this must have been a small patio where people were welcomed. Maybe there were tables, chairs, maybe couches to wait and maybe see what was going on. From here, we also get a nice view of the treatment pools. Well, I'm not really sure. You know, these are just some assumptions I'm making here. Obviously, we didn't know this place when it was still operating. I love these stone decorations. The whole wall was built this way, and there used to be a planter there. Fake plants. Because you'll say this isn't abandoned, Morgan. Look, the plants are green. It can't be abandoned. There are flowers and everything is green. It's plastic, just so you know. There are spider webs on it before anyone says differently. Anyway, you can clearly see from the state of the place that it's abandoned. But I know there are people who will tell you that's not possible. There are green plants. It can't have been abandoned since 2006. Everything you see here, absolutely everything, is plastic. Every flower, every leaf, every stem, even that bamboo over there, it's all plastic. So please don't get paranoid in the comments. Anyway, I know there will always be people who complain about everything, no matter what. No matter what we do, there are always people ready to crap on us. Unfortunately, that's life on the internet. Fortunately, it doesn't bother us. We don't give a damn. Say what you want. We know what we're doing and our worth. Anyway. Whoa, watch out here. Whoa! Everything's shaking here. I have no doubts about the structure's strength. Maybe I'll speak French today. Because, well, the building doesn't look that unstable, but you never know. We'll still be a little careful. Because, well, it would be a shame if something happened to me after all. So, I don't know what this was here. It's a staff-only room, I'm not really sure. That's another kind of reception desk. I see there's a kitchen area, stuff like that. They must have cooked food in there at some point. Maybe they had a dining room or something. I was about to say I could see it here, but I'm not sure about the carpet. It's carpeted. I think these were the offices. These were likely the offices of various doctors and caregivers. And seeing that, it's still kind of scary to walk on that, yeah. And they had a view of, well, all the treatment pools, actually. Look. Here, we're above. They could monitor absolutely everything that was happening in the facility. Here, it's the same as well. Nice view of the walking pool down there. I hope this platform holds. This footbridge, it creaks, but it's stable, though it's leaning a little. I'm never comfortable walking here. This is why everything was abandoned. We've known that for a long time. It's still a bit scary, though. It's funny, the windows are slanted downwards. And now, well, it's going to be hard to see it today because, first of all, the weather is terrible and the windows are completely filthy, but we're right by the water. The sea is just there. Actually, you can see, I'm not going to lie, it's a storm outside. It's a big storm right now. We can't see anything and the sea suddenly got rough. There's a crazy wind. So yeah, it's not the best time to go to the beach today. We're not here to swim, though if there was water in the pools, I wouldn't have said no. All right, let's go check downstairs. Wait, I was about to go downstairs and realize I missed the door. What's behind it? The triangle-shaped door. But what's this hole? What the? Okay, that's crazy. There were hidden rooms in the thing. It's just a puppy, actually. There are some funny decorations. Wow, I really wasn't expecting that at all. I would have guessed an office, but instead it was a puppy hidden behind a triangle-shaped door in a strange corner. This place is so weird. Let's take these stairs. Because we need to find a way to go down somewhere. I think I saw some basement windows from outside, so there must be a basement. There must be a basement in this house, but how do we get to it? I know there are still doors that are locked. Yeah, that we won't be able to open, unfortunately. It's really a staircase going down. Am I not crazy? We're not from here, but we definitely saw some basement windows from outside. I think the rooms are right below us. I know. There's something underneath us, but where? How do we get there? Okay, I'll look around and get back to you. All right, so the problem is, I'm getting back to you anyway. It's been a good 5 minutes that I've been wandering around in here. I've gone over the same spot 400 times. I'm sure I saw a staircase going down at some point, damn it. But where? It's really a maze. Huh, don't come do this kind of crap alone. Yeah, avoid it at all costs. What? What's that? We didn't explore this tunnel. Wait. Shh. We didn't make this tunnel, guys. Vest, life jacket. It's funny, the cupboards, they have netting on top. Some kind of weird mesh. There are plenty of these sliding cupboards here on the left and right. Maybe we'll find the access, guys, to go further. What there? I know. I don't. Maybe we'll end up finding out. So first of all, what's certain is that I haven't been here yet. I haven't been to this place yet. There's a staircase going down. And if we came here, wait, earlier, we were there, guys. Except we didn't come by the same path. I don't understand anything anymore. I have to tell you, it's a maze, this mess. It's just the beginning, really. There, it goes down. Let's try to get it from there. I want to be sure. Is there really an underground passage or not? After what? Yeah, welcome to Mordor, guys. Damn, the hoist. The hoist. All right, watch your feet here. Be careful where you step. Well, I'm telling you this, but you're not with me. Morgan is incredibly dumb sometimes. Yeah, this is the machine room. Look at that. What a mess of machinery this is. Amazing. There's an airplane engine inside. This thing's a damn labyrinth. It's everywhere. The facilities were clearly old. It's very rusty and rotten. I'll avoid stirring up dust since there might be asbestos or other stuff. But it's a mess of machinery everywhere. Wow, there are some strange things here. What are these bottles with tubes? But there are so many things right there, Jean. What's left in there, I'm shocked. Something burned here. It smells burnt, it's black everywhere. What is this crap? You can still hear water running even outside. It's weird. And there's also that transformer noise. It's so weird. That's a workshop over there. It must be the staff repair workshop. There you go. In places like this, there's always a handyman, you know, a versatile guy who takes care of fixing everything. He was apparently working on a scooter in this case. That's life, man. It's just how it goes. A few things. And there's a second scooter path. Maybe they're not actually scooter paths. Maybe they're more like stroller paths or, I was going to say wheelchair paths, but no, never. They're way too small. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy setup. They're everywhere. It spreads in all directions. I believe there are more underground tunnels than buildings. It's crazy. And yeah, there were guys who came and cut a bunch of stuff, but they didn't really scrap much because there are still a ton of cables left. There's really a filter, all of that, those are filters actually. Everything you see, those things you see everywhere, they're filters. They're filled with sand or filter material like activated carbon, etc. That's a damn fire extinguisher, right there. And you can see it's really, really moldy in there. So I have no doubt about the year it was abandoned, 2006. That makes perfect sense. I'm just going to lower their heads a bit. Fiber bottles, no. No. But that's worth a case. Why is that still in there? They didn't empty it. They clearly didn't empty anything. Come on, you have chlorine, no pool, and blue. Yeah, and since you want a cleaning product, I try not to stir up too much dust since it's filthy. It's all over the floor. We're walking in crap here, guys. Why is there a cross on that? That's the air conditioning and ventilation system, plus electrical panels from another world. The facilities are incredible. Many people don't care, but I love this stuff, like visiting the nuclear power plant. The thing that amazed us the most, well, aside from being in a nuclear power plant and inside a nuclear reactor core, was the machinery. The astronomical amount of machinery that was left inside. All the ventilation parts, the cooling systems, all of that. It's really, really interesting to see. Look, they have a quantity. Actually, we're in the storage area here. These are all the spare parts. If any connection broke, they had everything needed to fix or replace it. It's wild. These are the water heaters. You've got a ton of stuff, you know? This place is pretty wild, honestly. Because here, there are hundreds of thousands of euros worth of equipment. Wait, there are 2 staircases? Where does the other one go? I haven't been down there before. I definitely haven't gone down there. Is this crap holding up? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's holding, but you can see the walls, the rusty steps, it's shaky. It's working better. We're in a cave here. I came into an underground tunnel, guys, that leads to Mordor over there. What the hell? This thing is a mess. We're in another basement. I don't even know what kind it is. There's another weird door over there. It's like a prison door, that thing. Let's check it out. Thank you. Unfortunately, it won't open. I'm curious too. I need to manage to get past this door though. Well, let's not get lost in this mess. There are the pool ladders over there. Huh? There's another sweater from the company. It's a sweater that belonged to someone who used to work there. It's completely worn out, poor thing. I can't breathe well in this basement, guys. It really smells damp, moldy. The dust, you know. But seriously, doesn't it look like an engine from a locomotive or a plane, that thing? Really, that reminds me of a radial airplane engine, but it's not. They're pumps, but... they're turbo pumps, you know. We're going to take the emergency stairs here. And you want to take a pig? You know all that, so now we have to find a way out of this hole. She has to... It's pretty bright in here, though. I didn't expect there to be so many things left in a place that's been abandoned for so long, so big and so lost. Still, quite a lot of things have disappeared. You can see the building has kept everything that made it unique, so you know exactly where we are. I hope you enjoyed this video. If that's the case, liking, commenting, and subscribing are very important. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. See you next week for more adventures. Take care. Bye.